Hi, it's Uncle Johnny again. Since we're talking about blood libel, I'd like to tell you a famous story. Must have been told to me by some rabbis or some Jewish group, since we're talking about blood libel. Many, many years ago, during the Fiddler on the Roof era, a famous general was riding through the countryside, and he stopped at an inn when it got dark. They didn't have highways with lights. So he woke up in the morning, and the lady at the inn said, "Are you hungry?" He says, "I'm famished." So she goes to cook her breakfast, and she cracks an egg into a cup, looks at it, throws it away, cracks another one in a cup, throws it away. It's old, horrible-looking wooden cup. And she cooks the eggs and feeds the general. General's perplexed. He said, "Why did you crack these eggs into this old, ratty-looking wooden cup, and then cook them for me and then throw the other ones out?" And she said, "Because they have blood spots in them. And Jews don't cook anything with blood spots. We don't like to let anything touch blood." And he says, "That's why I use that old cup, huh?" She goes, "Yeah, no blood, no nothing." He remembers that. Goes away. He doesn't think about that for decades. He becomes a very famous general. And eventually, he's in his tent, waiting to go to some event. And he's got hundreds of troops. All of a sudden, one of his subordinates come in and says to him, General, something terrible has happened." "What is it?" He said, "The Jews in the next village are stealing the children and using their blood to make their breads." "What?" He says, "The Jews in the next village, they're stealing all the children and they're using their blood to make their special breads." The general says, "Muster all the troops immediately." They sound the bugle, the trumpet, whatever, and the drums, and they muster all the troops. And the general gets up in front of him and says, "Listen to me carefully. There is to be no pogrom today. There is to be no marching into the town. There is to be nothing at all. Everyone's to stay in camp. If I find out that one person, one soldier goes into that town and does anything, lays a hand on anyone, they will report to me and be court-martialed. Am I understood?" "Yes, sir." And all the soldiers look around. "Dismissed." The subordinate comes to the general and says, "What just happened?" And the general tells the story about the inn. And he says, "Share that with the troops." And that's the story of how the general at the inn stopped a pogrom. If you don't know what a pogrom, Pogrom, is, look it up on a search engine.